All right, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this video for you guys, and I'm gonna walk through, and I'm gonna do it the way that most people start out this problem. And I see that a lot of people start out with this bimbo right here, so I'm gonna do it the same way that you guys are doing, and then the eyes kind of thing. We're gonna go from there, and we're gonna start this problem. So let's take a look here first. And again, I need you guys to understand the hardest part about this is to understand the measurements and where to start. You guys already have the skill to draw the stuff. It's just understand where things start and where things end and dimension wise. Those are the things that you guys need to work on. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and point out a couple of things here. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and start out with the red color. Again, this is not layer. This is just me doing color so you guys can see it. So I'm gonna start out by looking at this line right here in the center. This is a line that you're going to use for reference. All right. So that with this line, you can see that the 80 become 40, 130 become half of that, and then 160 become half of that, and 70. So this line will help you determine this kind of measurements. All right. At the same time, there is another line that can help you, and that is this line right here. This line over here. All right. Let me do it again. This line over here on this side, I'm going to go past that as well. That line there will help you get all the dimension, like the 22 for that little corner there, 30 for that location, 34, 85, 101. So that line is also going to be your reference. So what we're going to start is either ways you want to start. So draw one of those, okay? And that will remain. You do not delete that until the last steps, okay? So with that, we're going to go ahead and start drawing. Um, so on my right side here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to follow you guys. Now I said draw a circle. So let's, and I think most of you guys already start with that. So we can do that if you want to. So the circle there will be an 80. So we're going to start out with the radius of 80. I think that's diameter instead now. So I'm going to go ahead and change that to 40 for radius. Or let me get rid of that completely and try it again. This time I'm going to go down here and make sure that we are in radius. And radius is, for that problem, is 80. So that was fine. Okay, here's one thing I'm going to teach you guys. If you click on the origin here, you can move that origin down here so it doesn't cross your circle. Boom, just right there. Okay, escape. Now, this picture, we're also going to go ahead and make it bigger, because if you have something you want it to kind of big enough so that you don't have to um, zoom in and out all the time. And some of you don't like to do this, but this is something that you should do. Um, and you only need to do it once, okay? All right, and then I'm gonna move this origin real quick down to here. All right, so I have that. I'm just gonna go here and trim this little thing or delete it. All right, so I have that right there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and construct the center part right here. Okay, so I'm gonna go here, up, and then click it. And I want this to be completely down here. I'm gonna use that as my reference for everything else. Okay. All right, so from that, I know this right here is 85 from that top. Okay, so what I'm going to do is click on line. I'm gonna click here. So I'm gonna go ahead and I see that I need to go down 85, right? So for those who want to do it, you can go ahead and draw down a line that is 85. So let me start doing my drawing with the white color. All right. The red is just a reference for you guys to see. All right. So here I go down 85. And then from that 85, I'm going to take that, I'm going to go to the right. And that 100 right there tell me that is half, so it's 50 to the right. And right there is where I'm going to draw my circle, the very first one. And the diameter is 30, so that means the radius will be 15. Okay. All right, so I have that. I don't have to do the one on the left because I can mirror that over real quick. All right. Next, what we're going to do is I'm going to see that I have this line right here just now. I'm going to take that. Let me also, you know what? Let me do this. I can mirror this over here. I'm going to mirror that over there. I'm going to get rid of this line real quick. I'm going to go ahead and reconnect the two circle here. I'm going to use this now as a reference. And because I want to use this as a reference to offset everything, I'm going to go ahead and change the color of that to a different color. So I'm going to go ahead and make it something that you guys can see on your end green. Okay. So I'm going to offset this up. I want to draw the eye first. So I'm going to go offset 30. That's going to give me the center of the eye, the black part of it. So offset this 30 unit up. There you go. You're going to have that. And then we also need to find the other part of this eyes, right? That's the center of that. So that you see this 60, 68. So we're going to go there, down there. So that is 34. So I need to offset this 34 to the right. Look like 34 didn't do it. 68 is 34 right there. Okay. And then I can also do the same thing to the left so I don't have to mirror my eyes over. So I can do that so I don't have to mirror the eyes. All right. Go to circle. Draw this circle. I need to be in white. I am in white. And that radius is 10, or the diameter is 20. So 10. Do it again to the same location there. Okay, we got that. And here you can go ahead and you can trim this away or delete it because you don't need that anymore for the eyes. All right. All right. What you're going to do now is you're going to go ahead and draw that little small white part there. So that is 34 from this green line, 34 up. Okay. And how far in? That 62 become 31. So, all right. So what we're going to do is this white line here, we're going to offset to the right 31. I'm going to do the same thing to it to the left. All right. And now I'm going to do the offset again, but this time I'm going to do 34 because that's the measurement we just talked about from the green up. Okay. So that now what we have, those are things that we can use to draw the circle. And that circle has the radius of 4 because the diameter is 8. So we're going to draw that. Just put 4. Do it again. 4. All right. Once you have that, you can go and get rid of the white and the green offset line that we just created because we don't need it anymore. All right. All right. So that's what we got so far. Now, what we can do now is I can leave this red one, but yeah, just, well, we can leave that for now. All right, so you got that, and then we're gonna go ahead and see if we can do anything else. All right. So for the nodes, right? For the nodes, will ask where is the nodes. Well, if you can go in here and you can see if you connected this by, I did it using a white little line, so I need this to be red now. So you can see this. If I am to draw this from here to there, all right, the node is right there. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do the same on ours. So we're gonna go here. I'm gonna draw another line, and this one I'm gonna make it yellow so you can see. Now I want this to be tangent first of all. So I'm gonna go down here, make sure my stuff is turned on. All right, I'm gonna go make sure that those turn on. I'm gonna go ahead, draw a line. I'm snapping, I apologize. I'm snapping into this one on the left here. There's another line there that I need to get rid of. Okay. Give me a sec. I think I have something here that I need to get rid of. All right. Hopefully that works there. So I'm gonna draw a line on this right here to that right there is tangent. All right. So I'm gonna use that information to draw my little notes. So I'm gonna offset that. You can see the 7, so offset 3.5. So I'm gonna offset this white line 3.5 to the right. I can do that same thing to the left, or you can mirror that over. All right. And then you can see the 5 unit there. So we can offset the yellow down 5 units. Okay. So that is your notes. You can go now and draw. I'm going to change it back to white. Again, this is not layer. This is just color that we use to draw. All right. That is what we got there. All right. Once that's done with your nose, you can go ahead and get rid of those yellow line. Okay. You can also get rid of the white offset line there. All right. You don't need that. So what we're going to do is now we're going to need to fillet this, because the fillet, there's a little thing there. It said the fillet is 1 unit. So we're going to go fillet 1 unit. I'm going to do that again. Fillet. I'm going to put in the unit down here first. 1. Enter. And then I can zoom in there and I can do this. And that is not working. Give me a sec. Fillet. 1. Usually when you just put your mouse on it, it works. I don't know, radius of 1. Yeah. Okay. My number is off, sorry. All right, so once you have that, you can just do that again. Oops, I'm out of fillet. Enter. All right, I don't recall if we do the same thing for the bottom, which yes, we do. So All right, so that's your notes. Okay. So once you got that information, everything else just come along. Um, you now need to get. All right, so look like we should have kept the yellow line because we also need to offset that down 9 unit for the mouth. So what we can do here is we can go back here because it's same thing that we are doing. So it's just redraw that line. It is tangent to this right here because we want it to be tangent. Now we are offset that down 9 units. That is where we are drawing the mouth. So you see that 15 over here, and then we see that 45, right? So half of that 45 is 22.3. We need to offset to that. So the white line gonna be offset to that. All right, so 22.5. If I do the math correctly, if I don't, let me know. All right, I'm gonna do the same thing to the left. Now again, you don't have to do the offset. You can just mirror, all right, because they are symmetrical. All right, when we have that and it's above it's right here, this the location where the end of that smile is, the lips, I think. All right, and then we also have this 30 down from there. So we're gonna draw something that's gonna help us shortly. So first we're gonna go to arc. I'm gonna do the start and end radius because I'm gonna start here, I'm gonna end here, and then I have a radius of something. Now this is something that we need to try and do because if it depends on if the arc open up or down, that we need to change it. Again, let me see, start and end radius. If I start here and I end there, is this open up or down? Okay, it's open down. That's good. Now I'm gonna do it again to show you guys. Now, if we are start here and end here, we don't have an open down arc. It's an open up arc. So it's kind of hard to do, right? So sometimes you have to change the direction of where you start and end. So I'm gonna start right here and end right there, and that give me a radius of what? What is the radius of that arc? Is 15.5. Right, so I got that, and I can mirror this one over. So let me do that for you guys. So I can use mirror, and I can mirror this over to this point. So now you can see that I have that, right? So I don't have to draw everything. I can just mirror things. All right. Next is drawing this smile. What we're gonna do is it's not a circle. You can see that, right? It's not a circle, right? We know from the slide to the right is 15, and we know that up there, down there is 30. And if you recall math, it's an ellipse because ellipse have the two axes. All right, all right. So we're gonna have center ellipse. Where is this center gonna be? It's gonna be where the tip of that thing is, right there. We're gonna draw down. We're gonna move it down, and you know that down is 30. And then you are moving this to this. Where is that location that you need to stop? It needs to stop at 15. So you're gonna go ahead, put in 15. All right, so that is that. And you can go ahead and get rid of a couple things. First, we don't need this yellow line. Get rid of that. Second, we can trim the mouse. Okay. And then we can also get rid of this white line that we offset earlier. All right, so that is your mouse. Okay, and what's the next thing we should do is let's go ahead and put this in. All right, now down here we have this arc that connect the two of them together, and that arc is What is it right now? The radius of that is 100. So we're going to go ahead and do this circle. And again, tangent, tangent, radius, TTR. That's the one we're going to do. And we're going to go 1, 2. We'll put in 100. And if that happens, you're going to go ahead and try to click on the little left of it or little right of it. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Circle TTR. So I'm going to go ahead and do it here. I'm going to do it there. Oh, I don't remember if I click it correctly. And there you go. Okay. And then you can go ahead and trim out the section that you do not want because we don't want those. All right. So there you go. So far it looked like that. And we're going to keep drawing all this stuff. So this 160, it's 120 tell me that there's a 60 from the center line to the right. That's going to help me with that little thing right there in that corner, right, where my red little thing is. All right, so the next thing we're going to do for this problem is to have this little side of the cheek here. So I'm going to go ahead and offset. I'm going to offset this line. Let's see how much. That's 120, so that is 60. I'm going to offset 60 to the right. And you can also do that to the left, or you can mirror it over. I'm going to also do that to the left. Okay. And then we also know that it's 22 from that green line. So we're going to offset this green line 22 up as well. So 22. Let me put my microphone here. 22, and then we offset this up right there. And now here's one thing that I wanted to show you guys. If you ever have something like that is not touching, you can just go ahead and click on it. And you want it to be, then just click on that line, take that, and you can move it out to the right. So let me move my picture away so it's easier for you guys to see and for me to work. So just click on that and just move out. Make sure that your track line is on, right? So there we go. That is the intersection that we need to do for that little arc right here. And if we look at it, the radius of that is 30. So we're going to go ahead and draw an arc. Again, we're going to do the start and radius. And this is a thing here is if you are going to that and then here and it's not open out like the one that we want, then you have to rotate the start and the end point like what we have to do here right now. So we're going to start on that and we're going to end on that. And the radius was 30, so we're going to go in here and put in 30. Okay, there you go. And you can do the same thing on the other end, or you can mirror it over like I said earlier. And either way, that's how you do that little thing. I'm going to mirror it because I did not, well, you know what, it's okay. I can just move it out over here. Okay, and then I can draw the arc again. Again, it's from the circle. So it's selecting the circle and then that little arc. Again, and that is a problem with this is if you select in the wrong order, it's open in the opposite direction that you want. So that's why for that, maybe mirror would be the better way for you to do it. All right. When it's done, you can go ahead and get rid of this line that we offset earlier and also this line. Do we need this? No, we don't. So we can delete that as well. And you can notice this red circle still remain there all this time. We can start doing something with that if you want now. That is the 80. And then you can see that at the end of this 80, we have this little ear. So the ear end at this location here. So that is 180. So that means 90 to the right. We're going to offset this 90 to the right or the left. That's, that's how it is. Or you can mirror things over if you want. So I'm going to offset it to the right 90. And what I'm going to do is going to go ahead and um, expand this line a little bit further up by clicking on that. Again, I need to make sure that my snap line is turned on, the green dotted line that you see. Okay, so where is that tip right there? From the green line, you need to offset 101. So I'm going to take this green line that we have here. We're going to offset it 101, 101. All right. Again, I'm going to offset this that direction. Okay. And again, you got to learn how to do the ex- extension of this green line, but I'm going to show you a different skills. We can also do the fillet. Okay. And I'm going to select this first object, and then I want to do radius. And for the radius, I'm going to do 0. And I hit enter, and then I select the second object, and you can see that they are now connected because they don't have a fillet, they're just touching. All right. When the diameter, or I'm sorry, when the radius is 0 in this case, that's what it show up. Right. So that's the location where the tips of the ear is going to be. All right. So we're going to take that, and we're also going to do the start and radius. We're going to take this, click on that. We're going to go to the circle, and it snapped to that location. It's open up. I want it to be what the radius? 40. So I'm going to do 40. Let's see if that fixes the problem. It's snapped to that location, and I don't want it to snap to that location. What I do know is this. I have 80 right here from the end of the ear to the other end of the ear. So I got 80. That means from the center to that is 40. So I can also offset that first. Should have done that, right? So I need to offset that 40 to the right. All right, so we're gonna continue with this one right here as I show you. So we're gonna go here, and the radius of the ear is 40, and then we have another 40 for the other one. So here we go with the arc. We're gonna go ahead and select the start and radius. I'm gonna start right here, and we're gonna end right there. That's gonna be 40. Okay. So once that is done, we can just go ahead and do the other one again. We can just mirror, actually use the mirror option would be quicker, so we don't have to worry about drawing the other thing. So mirror, and this one, we're gonna mirror that about this location here. Let me see what should be the location of mirror. So we need to mirror that around this location, and then I'm going to go to the center of this circle here, the red circle. I'm going to go to that center where that is going to be my snap point. All right. When I have that done, I can go ahead and hit escape and click no, and then I can get rid of this and that. I can also now fill in that little black section there, and you can see this. If we follow this line from that down, we got 140. So I'm going to start at the 140. So that means it's 70 to the right for that bottom part. And then for the top, you can see the 130. So that means it's half of that. So it's 65. Okay. So 65 to the right and also 70 to the right. That's what we need to offset our line. So offset this one 65 to the right. And then also going to offset again, this time 70 to the right. All right, so this line right here, that what we have earlier, this one we can get rid of right now. We don't need that anymore. Now we're just going to have to extend the 65 up. Just to that point is fine. Okay. And what you're going to do is we're going to go and draw a little arc connecting those two endpoints here and here. right? What we need to do, however, is to figure out the dimension of that. The radius of that is 160. So 160, that's the radius. I'm making a video. It's 160, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go there. We're gonna arc. We're gonna start up here. We're gonna go down here, and hopefully it's open to the right. It's not. So another thing you can do is hit the control key to make sure that it's go to the correct way. But I mean, it's looked really weird. So we're gonna go ahead and do it again. Click arc again. Change the way you start and change where you end. And that should give you the arc and the dimension you said is 160. Okay, good. So we have that, and then we can go and trim out the part that we don't need. First, remove those lines that you offset. Okay, so we got that little ears there now, right? Good. And then we can go ahead and mirror this whole thing over first. So let's do that. I'm gonna click mirror, and they want me to select the object, so I'm gonna select this. I don't want to select that red circle, so that just those, and I hit enter. I want to mirror that over this line. See if I can find right there. Boom. No. Okay. So we have that. That's mirror. That's good. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna go ahead and trim some of this stuff. So first, we can trim this complete circle here away. We don't need this red one. We don't need this section here. We don't need this section here. Okay. Now hit escape, and then of course I'm gonna change this now to white. Um, so hopefully that works. Let me see. Okay. Uh, we need to change this back to white. So my color is not showing up here for some reason. I don't need the layer. We'll go on that in a second. On your screen, you should be able to select the color and change it back to that color. All right. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to connect this location to this location, which is 150. Same thing, the arc, start and end. Hopefully it's open. That's good. So 150. Then you can do the same thing on the right hand side, because you already know that it's that other way. So 150. Okay. Oh, I can go ahead and trim that little thing. I don't know why that happened. Okay. So we have that. And then we also gonna have to fill in this little section for the ear, and the radius for that is 20. So again, arc here and here. Hopefully it's open out. Nope. So we're gonna change that up here to down here, and that will be 20. All right. So now we can do the same thing again. This one is also gonna be 20. Let me see if that works. If I do it like this. Oh, nope. So yeah, we need to change the direction. Up here first, then down here. Uh, Not working. So it's just a matter of selecting the right endpoint. So 20. All right. So that is that, and because I cannot change this to red for some reason, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that and do the same thing here to white. On your screen, you should be able to just select it and change it to white. Um, you can draw the whole circle and then do it, but I'm gonna do it this way. So then we have that. Is that 80 or is that there's something going on with this? Is look a little off right here. So let me confirm all my measurements first. Uh, that's 20. That's 80. That's 20. That's 160. 20. Is this one 150? That's my thing. This could be the one that's make it look weird. The 150. Yeah, it's something like really really weird. It's a small number, so I'm gonna go ahead and change this again. I'm gonna get rid of this. I want to delete. Let me go and do the arc again. It's 150, so 150. From there to here, 150. Look like. All right. Let me do my measurement quickly. All right, that's works. That's 15. Everything look good. And I don't know, but this one look a little off for me. But that's Pikachu. It should be more rounded, I believe. Unless you guys can see that I did something wrong here with measurements. I put in the wrong measurement somewhere. Please let me know. Please let me know if you see that I did some wrong measurements. So that one need to be a radius of 100. Is that correct? Yeah, yeah. That's fine. So that is Pikachu. And then if for those who want to go in and color him up, you're welcome to do that. Um, I'm gonna get rid of all this construction line that helped me build stuff. I can go in there, and if you want to do color, you can go in here and you can go to, um, hatch or gradient to get multiple colors. In here, we're gonna do solid black uh, because we are on white right now, so it's gonna be selecting white instead. And I think it should be better when we use white for um, because this is black. So all right, so that is how you set that up, and you can change it to any other colors that you prefer. Okay. All right, so this video will be the conclusion of Pikachu.